Hello my dear students, in this lecture we are going to see one previous year GATE numerical which was asked on eccentrically loaded bolted joints. This question was asked in GATE 2016 for 2 marks. Now it is a fill in the blank question. The question is, a bolted joint has a 4 bolts arranged as shown in figure. See here in figure they have given 4 bolts. Let us say the topmost bolt is bolt 1, then let us say this is a bolt 2, bolt 3 and bolt 4. If I give names to the bolts, these are the bolts, right? Now again the cross section area of each bolt is 25 mm square. Now area of each bolt A is equal to 25 mm square. This is given data. Again the torque T equal to 200 Newton meter. See on the bolts there is a anti-clockwise torque acting, means here we can say there will be a anti-clockwise torque acting on the bolts like this, and this torque is given 200 Newton meter, right? It is in Newton meter. Again is acting on the joints, neglecting friction due to clamping force, maximum shear stress in the bolt in MPa is. Now neglecting friction, we have to find maximum shear stress in the bolt, that too again in MPa. MPa means Newton per mm square. Now here area is given in mm square only, therefore torque we have to convert into Newton mm, therefore torque will be equal to 200 into 10 to the power 3 Newton mm. This torque value we have to use for the calculation. Now if you see carefully, here the bolts are subjected to only secondary shear stresses, that is torsional shear stresses, and the torque is acting in anti-clockwise direction. Now let us draw a free body diagram of this. Here I am minimizing the image question so that we can solve this question. See, the bolts are arranged in circular fashion. Let us say this is a circular manner along which the bolts are arranged, right, along this circle. And let us say at center torque in anti-clockwise direction T is applied, right. Now on top there is bolt 1, at rightmost corner there is bolt 2, at bottom bolt 3, and in leftmost corner there is a bolt 4. These are the 4 bolts. Now here torque is going in anti-clockwise direction, therefore to cancel this torque we have to apply clockwise torque on each and every bolt. Let us say therefore the and torque is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. Therefore if I consider R1, that is radius 1, let us say this is a R1. For R1 P1 must be perpendicular, P1 must be perpendicular. Only perpendicular forces to the radius creates torque, right? Therefore see P1 is creating clockwise torque, then no problem. Now on bolt 2 at radius R2, on bolt 2 at radius R2 there will be P2 which must create anti-clockwise torque, sorry. On bolt 3 at radius R3 there will be clockwise torque of P3 force. On bolt 4 at radius R4 there will be P4, there will be P4 like this, right? And all forces are perpendicular to radius, all forces are perpendicular to radius, and they all will create torque in clockwise direction to balance this anti-clockwise torque, right? Now here definitely R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R4, right? And as P1 P2 P3 P4 are secondary shear loads, then this secondary shear load is calculated as K into R, right? Therefore if I want to find P1, it is KR1. K is constant, where K is constant, and K is calculated as K is equal to torque divided by R1 square plus R2 square plus R3 square plus R4 square. This derivation we have seen in theory lectures, right? And if I want to find P2, P2 is KR2. If I want to find P3, it is KR3. P4 is KR4. My dear students, K is constant and radius is also constant for each and every bolt. That is R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R4 is equal to R. Radius for each and every bolt is same. Therefore, due to symmetry, we can say due to symmetry, the forces, secondary forces are same. That is P1 is equal to P2 is equal to P3 is equal to P4 is equal to, let us say, P. All are same due to symmetry. That one point we understood. That is due to symmetry, force in each and every bolt will be same, right? Now For equilibrium, can I say for equilibrium, summation of moment about, let us say, G point, center, let us say center is G point here. I am considering center is G point. Summation of moment about G must be equal to 0. Now at G, there is anti-clockwise torque, therefore minus T. Again, P1 into R1 is creating clockwise, P2 into R2 creating clockwise, P3 into R3 creating clockwise, P4 into R4 creating clockwise. Therefore, all will be positive, that is plus P1 R1 plus P2 R2 plus P3 R3 plus P4 R4 is equal to 0. Now P1, P2, P3, P4 all are same, and R1, R2, R3, R4 all are same. Therefore, I can say here minus T plus 4PR is equal to 0. Therefore, we can say 4PR is equal to torque. From this, calculate the unknown. Here force P is unknown, therefore P is equal to T divided by 4R, which is nothing but T. Torque is given 200 into 10 to the power 3. It is in Newton mm. It is in Newton mm divided by 4 into radius. Now see, what is the radius given for a bolt? The radius of bolt is given, see, 500 mm. Here it is mentioned that 500 mm. 500 mm means, that is diameter is 100 mm. Therefore radius will be, here the radius will be 50 mm only. Therefore here I am minimizing this. Right. Therefore here we can say radius is 50 mm. 50. It is in mm. Therefore mm will cancel. It will be remain in Newton. Right. Therefore the force will be, calculate the force P. Force P will be equal to 1000 Newton. This will be your answer. But my dear students, the question is to find shear stress. The question is to find shear stress. Therefore, can I say shear stress is equal to force divided by area, which is nothing but 1000 divided by area is given 25 mm square, which is nothing but, if I solve this, I will get 40 Newton per mm square, which is nothing but 40 MPa. Therefore, in fill in the blanks, you have to type 40 MPa. Now, come to the question. In this question, see, here there is a fill in the blanks, right? They are asking what is the shear stress in bolt in MPa. So, in this bracket, you have to type answer 40 for getting full marks. Thank you, dear students. In next lecture, we will see one more numerical on bolted joint.